audio test for all of the amazing viewers backstage, albeit there's only 2 of you. Welcome. I'm just going to test this microphone. Looks like it's all good, and then we'll be able to play some games on Talishar, actually with the Sandscour Greatbow today. To what success? I don't know, but as always, we'll find out very, very shortly. Thank you. I will add as well that it's a very impromptu stream today. The missus has gone out for a few hours, so I was just like, what can I do? I know, let's play some Talishar with the Sandscour Greatbow from the new Dynasty set, the one I spoiled. But yeah, we'll be with you very, very shortly. We'll start. It's scheduled to start at 12:30, but we'll probably start in about a couple of minutes' time. Cool. Right, let's go. So you're ready to go. I think we're live. Yes, we are. Lovely old job. So hello, welcome back to GoAgainGaming. Welcome back to another AZALEA Online stream. A bit impromptu, but we're going to go through this anyway. We're going to be playing with the Sandscour Greatbow. I'm a little bit out of breath, so I just rushed upstairs. Let me just... Okay. So yeah, we're going to be playing with the Sandscour Greatbow today. Let me just show you the Sandscour Greatbow in person. There it is. Look at that. So this actually has been coded onto Talishar.net. You have to make a deck through February in order to get access to this. I think they add the spoiler cards as and when they are spoiled. So we're going to be playing with this today. Obviously, the aim counters will not matter, but going to be interesting to see how it goes against other people that are online. Hopefully, we'll get some games in. I'm probably going to be streaming for about an hour or so, an hour or two, depending on how much fun we have. But yeah, should be fun. Can't wait for this bow and the aim counters to be revealed as to what they do. But I think this bow in itself opens up a lot more consistency, a lot more lines that you can play with Azalea, as we will come to see, hopefully, on the stream. I've built a very, very red line heavy deck around it. So we're going to see how that goes. Probably not going to be too good. The deck I played in Blitz against Red Zone Rogue the other day actually was quite cool. But I think I might need more. I think I might need more yellows in the CC version. But we'll have a look. We'll have a look, see how it goes on right now. But it is very, very red heavy. So we're gonna go through that and see how it plays. So let's just create a game now on Talishar. And if you're in the chat, say hello. That would be fantastic. And if not, this would be cool to rewatch later on, because obviously we're going to be playing with the Great Bow. So we'll probably title the video as such. So yeah, let's go on to the thingy. Right, and let's just create a game using the deck list from February today. Playing, let's just go Gag. Playing Azalea. Playing Azalea. Cool. And then we'll log in, create game. So as you can see here, we've got the access to all of this stuff here and the Sandskar Great Bow. And it's just funny to see that this is an edited picture of the picture that I took of the Great Bow. So it's interesting to see that on here. And this is the deck as it stands at the moment. And we don't have any Arcane Barrier. We have 2 Arcane Barrier already in the loadout, but I've added in these Arena's Prayers in here, which basically says in this deck, most of the time, you play it for 1, and it prevents either 5 damage or 4 damage Arcane. So I think I'm just going to use those in there, just to prevent the Arcane damage that I want to be preventing, like the Blazing Aether, the Aether Wildfires and all that sort of thing. Because I used to have like Rusted Relics and stuff in here, but I just don't think Azalea is very good against Wizard anyway, so I'm just going to go balls to the wall if I need to against Wizards. Let's take these out anyway for now. But it's a very, very red heavy deck, so most of the time it's going to say 6 minus 1 or 5 minus 1, depending on the pitch value. So you're either going to be preventing 5 Arcane for 1 or 4 Arcane for 1 most of the time on these Irena's Prayers, or however you pronounce it. But the rest of the deck is very red heavy, as you can see. But we'll see how it goes anyway. Again, I think I need more yellows in here just so I can activate the Great Bow and have 1 left afterwards. But we'll see. The deck I was playing against Kel, or Red Zone Rogue, in his stream was quite red heavy. So we'll see how it goes if anybody wants to even play us. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, very, very excited to see what the aim counters are going to be doing. There's a lot of speculation out there as to it will potentially add evasion to your arrows. It could just give your arrows like a plus, like a buff, or it could give them go again. There's loads of sort of implications as to what they can do or what they should do. But the great thing about it is that Azalea's ability and the Great Bow itself will all synergize together. So Azalea's ability will also put aim counters on the bow, which is going to be a nice interaction. So not only is it going to give it dominate, but it's going to give it something else as well, depending on whether you've got the thing out, which will enable the aim counters to do things. Because as we know, aim counters don't do that. Will not do anything by themselves. They need an enabler or another card out there already, like a piece of equipment maybe, or some sort of aura or item that the ranger can then take off aim counters to do things. Because aim counters don't do anything by themselves. Similar to how steam counters and energy counters don't do anything by themselves. You need a piece of equipment or an item to remove them to actually make them do things. So that's going to be the other thing that will make the aim counters interact with our old arrows, like Red in the Ledgers and Remorselesses. Putting aim counters on those and having those, do extra things is going to be quite deadly. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what those aim counters do. So yeah, we still haven't got a game yet. Bit of a shame. So if anyone's in the chat, I can see there's 3 of you so far. If any of you want to play and you do have Talishar, then by all means just let me know. I think the link to the Discord is in the is in the video. So if you wanted to play, I can just send you a DM on Discord with the link. But yeah, it's very, very impromptu stream anyway. It's, you know, the middle of the day on a Sunday. This isn't really the time of day that I stream. I haven't done it on a Sunday for a while, so there might not even be people around that might want to play against Azalea. But we'll see. We'll soon find out. But I hope everyone's having a great day anyway, wherever you might be out there in the big wide world watching this. But yeah, very much looking forward to Dynasty. I think we're going to see a lot of Dynasty cards at Worlds. I can't remember when the release date is actually. Is it in the middle of Worlds or just after? I think we are going to see a lot of it at Worlds, though, to be honest. And I think I probably will even be able to play the Great Bow at Worlds if I wanted to. But yeah, we're going to see a lot there, I think. There's going to be a lot of spoilers and announcements and spicy tidbits coming from Worlds, and I can't wait. So if anyone is watching this again now or in the future, if you are going to Worlds, I will be going, so look out for the mullet, and come and say hi if you are at Worlds. That'll be great. Still waiting for a match. This is the longest I've ever waited for a match before, so it was interesting. But normally when you log on to Talishar, you want to play a game, normally it's there waiting for you. But this time, on a Sunday, in the middle of the day, it's not. Which makes sense, because America is pretty much asleep still at the moment. So they're sort of 5 to 8 hours behind. They're probably just getting up at the moment. And then further on in the world, you've got obviously Australia, Asia, and little bits of Europe as well, obviously in front of us. So they're awake. They're doing stuff. Maybe they're busy on a Sunday. Who knows? But yeah, no game as of yet. We're probably gonna hear the do in a moment. That'll be good. But yeah, still nothing currently right now. So yeah, we're just gonna go into the waiting screen and just see if we can find something. Because there's only so long I can talk to the camera when I'm just sat here doing nothing. So we'll be right back. So I've just realised that I had my settings on private, so that probably explains why we haven't been getting any games. Never mind. So yeah, I'm going to put that into public now, so we should be able to get a game fairly quickly. But we'll see. Yeah, had my settings to private. Whoopsie daisy. Cool. So we now got our settings. Wow, there we go. We got our game straight away. Oh, that's funny. Okay, cool. So what do we need? What do we not want against Briar? We don't want fatigue shots. We don't want probably don't want battering bolts either. It's probably just going to be a straight race. So we'll see what happens here. Cool. So we're live. We're ready to go. So let's just play the. What can we do on our first turn? Should we just command and conquer an Arsenal card? Probably the best thing to do. And just put the sink in our arsenal. Katsu Dog, playing against Katsu Dog. Fully blocking out here. Fair enough. And then let's add Sikkim Arsenal. Cool thing about this is what we can do is we can block with the red and the ledger and then Memorial Ground it back on top next turn to then play it, which is quite nice. Doing a Grasp of the Art Knight. Okay. One rune chant. Nimbalism. Here we go. Ravenous Rabble. Pitch to prevent arcane damage. So what's our turn going to be? Our turn is going to be playing Memorial Ground, putting the red and the ledger on top that we block with, and then playing the. So we need one card afterwards. So maybe we just we pitch the Cadaverous to prevent the arcane, and then pass, and then block with the red and the ledger, and then pass, and then sink below. Oh, we can't sink below because it means that we won't be able to switch out the arsenal. So I guess we're just going to take that damage and see what comes after. It's probably going to be Rosetta, isn't it? Fine. Fine. Taken the damage. Taken the damage. Put red and the ledger back on top. It just means that it'll force them to use their equipment, which is nice. Yeah, forcing a little bit of equipment there. And a card from hand, which doesn't really matter. But yeah, I don't know how successful this build's going to be. Probably the Sanskar Great Bow is probably not the right bow to use in this sort of matchup because it's just a straight race. What we do in next turn, we want to. So we're going to get a tunic next turn. So I guess we could crack back with. The Sleep Dart, will that matter? Probably no. Let's see what happens. See what the next card is after this. But we could just get absolutely steamrolled. We know what Briar's like. Ravenous Rabble, revealing a Autumn's Touch 2. Okay, yeah, fine. Take it. So we can take aim, reload the Sleep Dart, Ravenous Rabble. So we can do about 11 damage and then turn off their abilities next turn, which might be the best thing to do. Scar for a Scar that doesn't have Go Again. They could crack their Snappies to do that though. So we're just gonna see what happens. Not gonna block. Fine. Okay, right. Take aim. Pass. Reload the Sleep Dart. Flip the Sleep Dart face up. Rain Razors can go to the bottom. Then we're going to Rabble for 4. Go again. They probably just take this because they don't care about the life right now. Look at the disparity. 18 life disparity. Probably don't care. So that's fine. 4 damage. And then we're going to follow up with an 8 attack. 8 Sleep Dart, which turns off their hero abilities, which could be quite nice. They won't be able to create embodiment of lightnings. So we might get a little bit of a block here, but it just depends how much they can crack back with. Yeah, so they're blocking with a lot of stuff there to stop that from happening. And then we can Arsenal the salvage shot. Rabble for 5. Rabble for 5 with go again. So let's block with the knock, I think. Next turn is going to be... Oh, next turn I can give all my arrows go again. No, let's just take it. Let's just see what happens. We don't care. We really don't care about the result. So let's just see what happens. See if we can crack back even harder. Swarming Gloomveil for 3. If you've created an aura, okay, so I guess fine. We'll just go with it. Fine. This is Blitz. This is Blitz. Basically, every game is Blitz against Briar, isn't it? Let's be honest. Right, cool. Right, so let's crack the Perch Grapplers. To give all my arrows go again, I think. Give all my arrows go again. Salvage shot. Five goes back into the deck. Then we will use the Great Bow. Pitch this. Rain Razors on... Okay, so Rain Razors is on top of the deck. Okay. And then we're going to load in Remorseless. So if you load in Remorseless, activate Azalea. Load in... no, let's just load in Remorseless. Gets an aim counter. Then we're just going to fire this Remorseless, pitching this. 5. Probably not as good as we wanted to. But, hey-ho. But it's Briar, for goodness sake. We're not... It's just an absolute hellhole of a... E-strike. What's it coming in for? 5 go again. Okay, let's block for 5. Four. Okay. Four with no go again unless he snappies. So let's just chuck it. Let's just chuck that in front of it. I think it's too late now though to be defensive. Yeah, it's too late to be defensive now. Unfortunately, just can't keep up with the speed of the can't keep up with the speed of the Briar. Unfortunately, it's too fast. It's way too fast. Like just had to pass there, and we're just dead now. I think, aren't we? 7. Prevent arcane damage. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just chuck away 3 of a kind. And then we want to block with the whole hand again. And they're going to Arsenal a card. They got card advantage. They can just race us to high heaven. So we're just going to die. Quick time. Brilliant. We're just fucking dead. Well, we could activate the Great Bow to see what's on top. Why not? Fateful Scene. Okay. Fine. There we go. Dead as a dodo. Dead as a dodo. Just can't keep up with the damage output. Prevent 1? No. I guess not. Pass. Okay, I'm still alive. I think. 2 and 2 after this. I go to 1. They draw a card. Still has go again. It's just madness, isn't it? Absolute madness. 2 and 2. Yeah. So I'm still alive, but they've got another turn now. So, Jesus Christ. Absolutely rinsed. Absolutely rinsed. Absolutely and utterly rinsed in this game. GG, Katsu Dog is just like, what the hell? I had no go again. Well, I'm just like, I lost on turn 0 anyway. Oh, funny. Testing CC Azalea, someone in there. So let's just try and get that game, shall we? Let's just go Fab DB. Let's get my old list, because that one just doesn't work right now. So let's just use AZALEA 1. This is the list I've played on stream quite a lot of times. Azalea Mirror, let's go. I don't want the flexes, I don't think. Rusted Relics, don't need those. Everything else can stay in, I think. You're on stream as well. Praise be the Azalea cult. I'm ready. I am ready, I believe. What have I done? Bit of extra pressure. Okay. Right, anyway, good luck, have fun. Doesn't want to chat, obviously. Cool, so we will activate Death Dealer. Pitch this. Put this in there, draw a card. Then we will Seek and Destroy and just play this. 7. If it hits, their first attack costs 1 extra. If it hits, their first attack costs 1 extra. Red and the Ledger going down the drain here. That's a nice trade for a hamstring shot. Then we're going to add Snatch to the arsenal. Because we can just block fully. If they come in with us with something bad, we can just come in fully with the Snatch next turn. Which is obviously one of the favourite lines I like. Plus we can opt it with the Skull Bone as well if needed. E-Strike, what's this, 7? We'll go again. What are we going to choose? What are we going to choose, baby? Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's block with Battering Bolt, Bolt and Shot, and Snatch. Cool. Arsenal card. Okay, so we can just flip this up, see what's there. Knock the death whistle. We'll put that to the bottom for now, and then we're just going to come in with the snatch for 4. Threaten a card draw. Not that it matters, really. Because we've still got a red in the ledger in hand. We'll probably Arsenal the red in the ledger. Pass. Taking 4. I draw a card. Oh, Fate Foreseen. Okay, there we go. We're still maintaining that card advantage now then because of that. Which is cool, I guess. They don't have a card in their arsenal now either, which is nice, but... So we've got Take Cover, Rapid Fire, Tunic next turn. Okay, cool. So we've got, an 8 attack coming in at us with the Take Aim. A 7 attack if it's Sick'em Shot from the arsenal. It's going to be dominated as well, so we're probably going to leak 4 or 3 damage. Well, there we go. Quite a lot of damage then, by the looks of it. So Sick'em Shot is 10, go again. Okay. I can just fire the red in the ledger next turn. Blocking 11. I can just Tunic and red in the ledger next turn, which is nice. And they wasted a load of buffs there. And this is going to be a forced block. Forced block for 5. Because they've got nothing in their arsenal, which means if they let this hit, they're not going to be able to load any arrows at all and not follow up with it. I don't know how they're back on 40 life, though, because they took damage earlier, didn't they, from the snatch? Don't know what's going on with that. Oh, no, they Fate Foreseen the snatch, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah, so red in the ledger is pretty bad against Azalea because once you load your arrows in with an action card or an action ability or activated ability, you can't do anything after that. So it just shuts your entire turn down. So red in the ledger is great in the Azalea mirror. As we can come to see here, they are thinking about what's going on. Yeah. So I should still have, unless they chuck all of their equipment under this, they still have to then chuck a card in front of it. So they got 1, 1, and 2. So they got 4 in total. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, they're having to chuck a card in front of it. So still maintaining card advantage in this particular situation, which is what we need, I think. And we've got quite a defensive hand here. Well, I say that. We got a sink below, which could sink something else. Yeah. GoAgainGaming, welcome to the chat. I am good, thank you very much. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining in. It's quite an impromptu stream, to be honest. I just got absolutely steamrolled by a Briar just a moment ago, which was just absolutely ridiculous. I was testing a weird, strange build. It was a crap deck, to be honest. It was just Sandscar Greatbow with a few other things, very red line heavy, but just didn't do well into Briar at all. This is an Azalea mirror match, which is quite funny. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So they've got 1 floating. They're probably going to come at me here with a big red in the ledger. Yeah, I thought so. So I probably just want to be... I do want to block this, obviously. So I want to just probably chuck in the... I don't have a Tunic next turn, so I could just come back with a hamstring shot after I block with both of these things. Actually, no, I'll probably just block with the Take Aim, and then sink. I'll sink the hamstring shot and see what happens. Remorseless. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Cool. So they've used 2 red in the ledgers now. I've used 1. So that's fine. So we're going to activate the... should we just throw in the ball? No, we need to pay for the Remorseless anyway, so we may as well just use Death Dealer, pitch Ravenous Rabble, put Remorseless in, draw a card, and then fire the Remorseless, pitching the Sikkim Shot. So 5 coming in. I can't use defense reactions from hand, so it's basically a Dreadbore effect on this because of the fact I loaded it in. Doesn't really do much against Azalea though, unless they have a massive chain of sort of buff cards, which is going to make them lose life. But it doesn't really do much against an Azalea. But they're blocking 2 cards here, so I'm still maintaining card advantage by having 4 cards, so they're 3 and 1 in arsenal. So I guess that's okay. We're still ahead. I think we're still ahead on actual physical cards as well after this. And Grand Engin as well. I'm not sure if you can see, but your Patreon thing, your graphic is now in the background of my stream. There. You see it? The little G. So you're famous, baby. I'm joking. Cool. So we're going to draw 4. They're going to play Memorial Grounds to get the red and the ledger back on top, I expect. But yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Red and the ledger dominated. Yeah, fine. So we can only play 1 action next turn. That's fine, I guess. So we could just chuck this hamstring shot, take 2, and then only play 1 action next turn and arsenal card. Yes, that's fine. We'll just take 2, only 1 action next turn. Fine. E-strike, tuck the dart, buff power. Coming in for 7. Also, Grand Engin as well. I'm going to be designing your custom hero token soon as well. Because I know you said you wanted a, is it Lexi? Or something? With the Coronet Peak. So I'm going to be doing that later on today. And then I'll be able to print that off and send it to you when I do the next sort of big Patreon mail out, which is at the end of November. E-Strike is ridiculously good, yeah. Yeah, it is very, very good. This turn is quite I keep saying quite defensive. So we've got Ravenous Rabble coming in for 4 with Go Again. I could just take cover this. So I probably will just block 3 of this. Actually, no, I will do this. I will take cover this and see what comes next. See what the maths works out to be. Because I can fatigue shot I can read the glide paths as fatigue shot and take aim, so I can essentially come in for 11 next turn, which then devalues their next arrow attack, which could be quite nice. I think they're to an extent using the Paval Lesuk list here by blocking a lot of things, de-reacting. Energy potions are in the list, 3 of a kind's in the list, Death Dealer of course. So I think this player is using Paval's list potentially. 8, and if it hits 1 action next turn. So that could be... I'm only going to be playing 1 action next turn anyway if it doesn't hit. So I can block for 7 here and take 1, and then just allow them to gain tempo. So I think I need to block with... they've used their Purchase already, so let's use our Purchase now. Then we're going to block for... 2 and 2 is 6. So we can't block the whole thing, unfortunately. So we probably should have held on to the take cover. But we're just going to block this out. We'll block it out fully, and then we're still going to be toing and froing between the both of us here. We're both going to be allowing the same cards to be had in hand. So what I can do is I can flip read the glide path face up, though, to see what is on top, just in case we can use it. Sikkim Shot, we can use that. So we may as well just do that. Activate Azalea, and then use the Tunic to fire it off, just to put some pressure on, 4 dominate. Icelander, yeah, okay, yeah, I remember now. Remember you saying, but they're now gonna. Oh, they're taking cover. So the card to card ratio is still the same, but I am still ahead on cards after this anyway. So we're still maintaining that game plan as well. They might reload a card, which well they should be, because this is the only card I have. They're going to reload, use the crossbone to the skullbone to opt, which then allows them to maybe achieve a better line against me, which is a bit scary, but hey ho. Very defensive turn here, 2 sink belows, and a lightning strike and a knock. So they're probably going to come at me now with a dominated arrow of some description. If they don't, then I can block it out fully, potentially, and then E-strike on the next turn, tucking the knock. How do you feel about the 3 of a kind run? 3 of a kind's pretty good. I didn't think it was very good initially when I was playing Azalea months ago, but now I think it is. I think it's just one of those cards that allows you to do something even on an off turn. If you've got a 3 of a kind in hand, you've got a tunic trigger, you could still potentially draw into something that will actually allow you to have a turn. But yeah, and it's also a bit of a combo piece, isn't it? With the Pavel Leshuk, Polish Nats list, energy potions, go again arrows. It allows you to do a load of good things if you then pitch stack them to the bottom. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, especially with the new cards. Maybe it might become a little bit better. But yeah, they're just going to E-strike what for now? 7. E-strike for 7. E-strike for 5. Go again. Okay. So we'll pass. We'll sink below the knock, I think. So sink. We'll sink the knock. See what we draw. Another remorseless. Okay. So leaking 1, and then they're going to go again after this. Take aim, reload the card in hand, come in for what, maybe 7 or 8 with the card in their hand if they reload. Endless arrow, yeah, so that's coming in for 7. Yeah, okay, fine. So we can block with this. Pass and sink below the Enlightened Strike, because we're not going to be able to play that now. Can't let that hit, because obviously it just goes back into the deck. Take cover, that's fine. We can just Arsenal that and pass. We're still maintaining the same amount of cards right now, but I am ahead on the. Oh, do I want to skip my Arsenal? No. Okay, there we go. I'm still ahead on cards to a certain degree. They've used a lot of their high value cards as well, so we'll see how it goes. My defensive capabilities in this particular turn are stripped quite bare. We have a take cover in the arsenal and a try shot, which we can potentially block with, but we can get maybe a red in the ledger back on top next turn, and rain raises it. So yeah, we're going to do that. Wishcombe Memorial Ground. We're going to let them know right now that we're going to be putting the red in the ledger back on top. So they know that now. They know that information. And then we're going to pass. We can take 4 damage to go down to the same life as them, so we will just do that initially. And see what they do after this. Searing shot. No go again. Pass. Take cover. Reload the sleep dart in, I think. So if we reload that, activate Azalea, give it dominate, rain raises over the top. Yeah, okay, cool. Reload this. And now they know a red in the ledger's coming at them next turn. So whether they know that or not, we'll see. But I'm not sure they know they got the rain raisers. Fluke and Box, hello, welcome to the chat, my friend. Hope you're well. What time is it over there now? Sort of 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. But yeah, thanks for joining in, mate. Hope you enjoyed the spoiler video for the Sandscour bow, and I can't wait to see what your video is as well, or your reveal. It's got to be a warrior card, surely. You and Tall Timmy love the warriors. And I can't wait to see you at Worlds either, mate. So yeah, hope you have a nice night. 11 PM. Fuck me. Okay. Cool. Yeah, well, I can't wait to see what it is. Your reactions was like, oh wow, it's a new type of card. Well, that's very interesting. So I can't wait to see what it is. So have a nice night. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Thanks for giving me a heart. While you're here, if you're still here, can you like the video as well? Because that would be lovely. Cool, so that's that. Grand Engin, I'm not using the Sandscar Great Bow this evening. It is on Talishar, so if you wanna play with it, you are allowed to play with it. So let's just activate Azalea, put Red and Ledger in the arsenal, and then fire it off, pitching the tri-shot. So it's coming in for 5 dominate. Potentially you can get over the top with the Rain Razors depending on how they block, but they probably will have at least 7 to block with. So we'll see what they commit first. Already done. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks very much. It's a bit of an impromptu stream today, to be fair, so I wasn't really expecting anyone to pop in today, but Sunday afternoon. It's the holy day in England, isn't it? But yeah, cheers, John. So they're coming in. I'm coming in for 5. Let's just pass reactions. Okay, so they've allowed it to hit. So I didn't even need to use my Rain Razors there. So I'll put that in the arse. Very defensive turn again here, which is a bit. The follow-up turn to this is not going to be very good. So we're just going to fully block this out. So Fateful Scene, see what's on top. Red and the Ledger's on top, baby. We'll keep that there. That's a lovely old job. That is a lovely old job, isn't it? So we take 1 from that, and then we Red and the Ledger again, potentially. But we'll probably want to be playing out the Rain Razors this, to... yeah, we do. Actually, we got a Tunic as well, so we can actually go a little bit wide here on this turn, which is cool. So if we play this out first, we know the Red and Ledger's on top. So we play this out first. It gives all of our arrows +2 for the turn. Then we want to activate Def. What do you want to do? Yeah, the Red and Ledger's on top. So we want to be playing Rapid Fire. That will reload in the Fateful Scene. We then activate Azalea. Oh man, this is a puzzle. This is a puzzle. So if we just draw Red in the Ledger with the we just do that. I think that works. So if we play Rapid Fire, we then need to reload the Fateful Scene in, activate Azalea, put the Red and the Ledger into the arsenal with Dominate, use the Tunic trigger. We can't fire off the Sikkim shot though, that's the problem. That is the issue with that. So I think we need to activate Death Dealer, pitching the yellow to have 1 floating, add in the Sikkim shot, draw a card. Because the Sikkim shot has go again, so we can then use the bullseye to add the Red and the Ledger into the arsenal, +1, fire that off with the Tunic trigger, then arsenal the Fateful Scene. That's probably the best thing we're going to be able to do here. But then Rain Razors is pumping up all of these arrows more as well still. So yeah, we figured it out, people. We figured out the lines. Bit of a wider turn here, which is nice. Bullseye into the arsenal. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, they let that hit. Then we're going to crack the bullseye bracers, put the Red and Ledger into the hand, and then activate the Tunic. Fire it off for 8, which is very nasty. Very nasty indeed. Yeah, Rain Razors pushing the damage here, and the fact that they didn't block that one is going to be paramount, because this is coming in for 8 now, and they're going to have to chuck away their Tunic, their Cross Wrap, potentially 2 cards to block this. So I think this is pretty good. Red and the Ledger again, very, very nasty against other Azalea players. So yeah, pretty nasty. And we can still arsenal the Fateful Scene as well, which is lovely old job really, because we can actually defend as well on our next turn. So they're only gonna play 1 action next turn, taking 3 as well here. Oh no, they've take cover. So I've depleted their entire hand with that arsenal card. Next turn, well, on their turn, we can Memorial Ground another Red and the Ledger on top, which is just spiteful at this point. But that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. I hate that Lexi can't use it. I know exactly. That would be too good, mate. That would be too good. So let's just Memorial Ground. And let them know that we are getting the Red and the Ledger back again. Just let them know that we are getting the red in the ledger back again on the next turn. So red in the ledger is now on top again. So red in the ledger is back on top again. So we can basically block with 2 cards. And then activate Azalea, pitch that to play that. And again, it's going to demand a lot of cards from their hand. At least 2. So they can only play 1 action this turn. So they I don't know why they're doing 3 of a kind, because they can't, unless they bullseye something in, they can't play anything else. Well, no, they didn't. No, they blocked the red in the ledger, so they can still play more actions. Remorseless, okay, coming in for 5, fine, fully blocked, unless they rain raises it, but it doesn't really matter at this point because we just activate Azalea and then fire around the ledger off again. 5 dominate. So again, they have to use their arsenal and their hand, or they have to chuck equipment under it. So again, forcing more interactions. So 1 card from hand, 1 from arsenal. 1 from arsenal. There it is. Sink below. So still maintaining a card advantage here. 3 against 4, it will be. They haven't cracked their bullseye braces yet, though, which is a little bit concerning, because we had to go that extra wide there on that last turn to force through some damage. And we've got a double 3 of a kind in hand now, which is pretty ridiculous. But I think we could probably make this work. Depending on what they do here, we can basically play both of these 3 of a kinds. We need to play out the... Actually, no, we probably don't want to be playing both of them. We probably want to play Seek and Destroy and read the Glide Path, and then play 3 of a kind. So at least we can then get, 11 damage through on an arrow? Because most arrows attack for 5. So we're going to get 11 damage through on our next arrow with a various on-hit effects coming in through as well, potentially, depending on what arrow it is. So again, that's where 3 of a kind is good. But we all know that sometimes you can draw into no arrows whatsoever. So that is a thing as well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what arrow they fire at us. Remorseless. So yeah, this is going to do a bit of damage. Because if we then chain a load of things together, it is going to do a lot of damage to us if we do it that way. So it's coming in for 5. We're coming in for 8. Do we just want to block that out? Do we just want to block all of that out? Because we can do that with a full hand, and we're not losing any card advantage, but we are throwing away some big stuff. Or do we just try and crack back harder? We still got more life than them, so I think we just try and crack back harder. We are going to lose life in the process, but sod it. Let's just go for it. Let's just take it. This could be the wrong decision, but I think we are ahead of life still, so we may as well try this. So we're going to read the Glide Path first, and we've got another 3 of a kind on top. Holy shitballs. We've got a load of 3 of a kinds now. So we're going to be able to stack all of these 3 of a kinds together, I think. So should we leave that on top, or should we bottom it? So if we play 3 of a kind, we can't play 2 3 of a kinds, because we won't then be able to play anything from hand after that. So let's get rid of that, actually. So if we play 3 of a kind, pitching 3 of a kind, we're going to draw 3 cards and hope for an arrow. Then we can load it in with Death Dealer and then fire off something for 11 damage. Let's play Seek and Destroy. Then we'll play this, pitching this, drawing no arrows. Drawing no arrows. Look at that. Look at that garbage. That's where 3 of a kind sucks. That is absolutely horrendous. That is a US Nats situation. Drawing no arrows from 3 of a kind. Wow. That is bad. That's really, really bad. That is really, really bad. So we took damage there for no reason. We took damage there for absolutely no reason. We also played the 3 of a kind, the Seek and Destroy, and the Read the Glide Path, and lost 3 life. So their last turn basically said, I'm doing 11 damage to you. So, yeah, that was hot garbage. That really was poor. Yeah, I've never had that happen before. That's a shame. But hey-ho, these things happen. And now I don't have a defensive hand at all because we've got 2 Rain Razors in hand. So this is just a load of garbage being thrown at us right now, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to block for 2, and then we're just going to have to E-strike back for 7. That's the only thing we can really do. Depends what they do next, I guess, because we still do have. Here we go. Not a dominated arrow off the top, which is probably going to be. If it's a red in the ledger, that doesn't really matter. We're just going to take. Well, it's remorseless. Okay, so we're still going to take. We're still going to take 5. We're still going to take 5 to the face. There's no buffs or anything, so we're just going to. Oh, here we go. Lovely old job. So coming in for 8, and I can only block for 3. 8 dominate. So I guess we just take that and then just come back because we're still gonna. Well, the Seek and Destroy thing will hit us. So we're gonna have to use our arsenal anyway. So we might as well activate Azalea and see. Let's flip it up. See what's on top. Ravenous Rabble. Okay, let's leave that on the top. Activate Azalea. Play Ravenous Rabble. See what's on top again. It's a Fateful Scene, okay. Fine, so we can come in for 4 and then 7, which I guess it's an okay crackback. So that's fine, I guess. Pass. And then we'll just use the E-strike. And we can't arsenal anything, which is a bit of a shame. Because of the Seek and Destroy trigger. But yeah, that 3 of a kind turn really screwed us. They basically just took an extra turn. That turn there, but this has worked out probably the best it could have done with these cards on top here. They're sinking below the Ravenous Rabble. That's fine. We do have a Tunic next turn. They have a Tunic next turn as well. So, but we're going to chuck a 7 at them now as well, which is quite nice. Or we could just chuck a 5 and no, there's no point drawing a card. It's just going to get destroyed by Seek and Destroy, isn't it? So. Just chuck in the 7 after this. They probably will just take the 7 because they have a lot of advantage on the life right now. So they probably will just take this. Remorseless is still hurting us as well. Completely forgot about that. But there we go. There we go. Yeah, taking the damage, discarding the Rain Razors. E-strike coming in for what? 5 go again, or draw a card. What are they doing? I'm not sure if they're going to buff it. If they choose to buff this, that may give us a chance because we can block it all, and then red in the ledger. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we can block Remorseless, Fateful Scene. Then we can take aim, the red in the ledger, into the arsenal, and then leave that on top because it's defensive, and then shoot it off for 8, which is quite nice. So luckily the take aim will allow us to get the red and ledger into the arsenal this turn. So take aim, reload the red, fire it off with the Tunic trigger. So 8 coming in now. They only have 4 cards in their hand, so they will have to commit at least 2 cards to this to potentially block it out, unless they throw away their equipment. Oh, they're allowing it to hit. Okay, so they only want to play 1 action next turn. Energy Potion. Okay, here we go. Paval Leshchuk list. Or is it? Who knows? We can activate the Death Dealer multiple times, but we don't have any. We don't have any follow-ups. I'm trying to think of what's. They might have defense reactions in hand, so we just can play the Battering Bolt. So activate Death Dealer, pitch, try shot, put the battering bolt in, draw a card, read the glide path, lovely old job, we'll do that. See what's on top. Fatigue shot. Do you want to give that dominate just for the sake of giving it dominate? I think so. Could take away some value from their next arrow attack as well, so we'll just do that and fire it off. So fatigue shot coming in, 8 dominate. We'll have the attack of their next arrow, so it's not really going to be doing too much on against them. They're going to have to throw another D-react underneath this from the arsenal, or cross wraps coming in. So maybe they know at this point that they can win with the energy potion crackback, but we will see. Or is there going to be a D-react on top of this as well to block out the? Yep, there is. Cool. Fair enough. But now we have 5 cards to their 3 cards. Maybe that is okay. We do have extra bit of life now as well. So that's fine, pass. And then we can just arsenal the endless arrow, because that costs nothing to play. And then keep the battering bolt in hand just in case we need to block 3. That's fine, I guess. Cool, very defensive hand here as well, and also helps towards the end game because we can dominate a card off the top. They're just playing Energy Potion again and ending their turn. So they're setting up now for a big turn. Luckily, we can dominate an arrow through, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. We will see. So let's just flip this up, see what's on top. Hamstring shot, that can go to the bottom. So knock the Death Whistle, go get a card on top. What can we... Sleep Dart turns off the Azalea ability. Battering Bolt probably could just hit them for a large amount of damage. Hamstring Shot might be able to screw over their 0-cost attacks. But again, probably not enough stuff to go and get at this point, which is going to make a difference, unfortunately. So let's just go get Battering Bolt on top. Then we'll activate Azalea. Play the Battering Bolt, I guess. Pitching Tri-Shot. So 6 dominate. If it hits, they have to discard all cards other than action cards. So that could be quite good if they got a lot of D-reacts in their hand. But we'll see. 6 dominate. What are they going to do? So blocking 3. D-reacting another one. They're going to D-react another. To stop it. Because they are going to go off next turn, aren't they? Let's be honest. They've got 2 energy potions out. Or they undid there. They cancelled their blocks. He's going to go to 1 life. He's going to go to 1. Fateful Scene. Okay, fair enough. So he's going to take 2. So he's taken 2. Yeah. So I'm probably going to die here. Let's add the battering bolt to the arsenal. But we probably will die here. If they've got the 1 card in arsenal, well, Seek and Destroy. Okay. So a big buffed dominated arrow, is it? Tunic trigger, Death Dealer, load something in, draw a card, and then come in for at least 8 damage. At least 8. Seven go again with the Sikkim shot. They could bullseye something else into the arsenal afterwards. We have a Tunic trigger next turn. So 7 go again. If it hits, I discard all my stuff. Oh, they undid their last action. Okay, they're cracking a potion for it first. Okay, fine. So they're going to have 1 left over after this. Okay, so 7 go again. So the hamstring shot, the rain razors being in my hand here is a bit shit. So I can block 9. I can block 11 in total. So I want to be blocking at least 6. And then I can chuck the cross wrap underneath it, I guess. So if we block with 3 and 3 and 1, so block 7, then we don't have to destroy our arsenal, which is fine. Then we can block 3 of their next attack. Or they're tri-shotting, so they can activate Death Dealer again. Fatigue shot. Okay. So that's going to come in at me. And that's going to half the value of my next arrow attack, which could be a bit of an issue. So it's going to drop to a 3. So that's going to, if this hits, that's going to drop to a 3. And then yeah, okay. So if we take this doesn't have go again. So if we take this damage, this is going to be dropped to 3. And then we can still threaten lethal with the rain razors afterwards. So I think we're just going to do that. We're just going to drop. We're going to take 4. We're going to take 5. Go to 4. And then we can still threaten lethal on this turn. So if we just come in with the battering bolt, pitching the hamstring shot, initially they think, oh, this is just 3. I can take it and live, but I've got a rain razors in hand. So if they think, oh yeah, fine, rain razors. So now it's lethal. So now it is lethal. So now they have to do something about it. I don't know whether that was the correct window to respond to. I could maybe could I have played this afterwards? I don't know. Sink below. Okay. Yeah. So they're still going to take 1. And then they have to discard their cards other than action cards, I guess. So they're going to take 1. Then discard all cards other than action cards. So if they've got any other D-reacts in hand or items, they have to discard them. Oh, they're double blocking this. Okay. Fair enough. Double blocking. They're blocking it all, and then they've got 2 cards on the next turn plus an energy potion, so they have reloaded a card. So I guess cool. All right, fair enough. Okay, so well, we've got a fateful scene at the very least. So what's this? A 4. So pass. Fateful scene. See what's on top. Try shot. Just a defensive card at this point, isn't it? So I guess we're just going to bottom that. And then pass, I guess. We're going to have to play the 3 of a kind, aren't we? So we're going to have to do it again. We're going to have to take a risk again. Hopefully it pays off this time, but we will see. So we play the Seek and Destroy first. Seek and Destroy first. Activate Tunic. Play 3 of a kind. Draw 3 cards. No arrows! Again! No arrows. Oh my god, that is so funny. No arrows again. Mate. Oh my god, that is funny. I needed the Ravenous Rabble. I think I don't know why I didn't play the Ravenous Rabble. Maybe that was a blunder. 2 go again. So let's just chuck in the rapid fire. Pass. I've still got more cards than them, but they're coming in with a Not a Death Whistle now, so this might be game, potentially. If they can buff it, then they're probably going to kill me. Sleep Dart. If they can buff it, I'm probably dead. Oh no, okay, so I can still block this. This is just no go again after this. So this is going to fatigue. This is going to fatigue. So let's just chuck in the Tunic. That doesn't matter right now. And then we'll chuck in the Knock. We chuck in the Ravenous Rabble. No. So if we play 3 of a kind next turn, we've got to draw a fucking arrow. Honestly. So let's just chuck in the Sleep Dart. No. Let's chuck in the Knock. No. Let's chuck in the Ravenous Rabble. No. What do we do? If we chuck in the Sleep Dart, we've got to draw a fucking arrow next turn from 3 of a kind. We have to. If we don't, then that is absolute blunder town central. Azalea's ability's turned off. That's fine at this point, I think. Because we are going to be going wide. They haven't got many cards left in their deck. I know we have some arrows at the bottom here. So I swear to God, yes, we will rabble this time because we've got a blue to pitch to the 3 of a kind. So we will rabble first. See what's on top. Not that that matters. We've got a Read the Glide Path on top. For fuck's sake, man. For fuck's sake. Right, 3 of a kind. Pitch this. For goodness sake, give us an arrow. Sick 'em shot. Thank the Lord Almighty. Right, we can play... Right. So, Death Dealer. Can draw a card as well. Not that that matters. Oh, we can't even play the fucking Read the Glide Path because of the Death Dealer nonsense. But we can fire this off, go again. Maybe psychologically it threatens them a little bit because there's a go again coming in. It's still a 4. So it's still got a nice little break point on it where it takes 2 cards to soak up all the damage. We've got an Endless Arrow in our hand as well, so we can arsenal that to then keep coming in with the Endless Arrow towards the end. I don't know whether that's going to make a difference, but yeah, they've only got 8 cards left in total, and I've got 8 cards left as well. I do have Endless Arrows. They got an Energy Potion, so maybe they might be able to do more than me towards the end. Oh, they're GG. Okay, fine. GG, we win. Lovely old job. Cool. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. We got there in the end. Jesus Christ. 3 of a kind. Fucking me up at least twice in that game. For God's sake. Man. Got there in the end though, didn't we? Jesus fucking Christ. Bloody hell. Well. That was pretty ridiculous, wasn't it? Fucking hell. Well, we got there in the end, folks. Another Azalea mirror match win. I played against Joey's deck the other day, Joey from Decks and Drafts, and I won against his deck. His deck was more sort of weird attack actions and stuff coming in. So yeah, won against that, and obviously won against this Azalea deck as well. So I'm 2-2 in the Azalea mirror match at the moment. Well, no, 2-0 in the Azalea mirror match situation. Cool. So we're just gonna play another game. So yeah, let me just go on to the other. This game is so good. Yeah, it was a fun game actually. Interesting. Could believe that there was a double 3 of a kind blunder. Couldn't believe. Yeah, I know. That's it. Double 3 of a kind blunder. That's the issue with that card though. You just don't know what's there. That's the thing. Cool. So let's just play that again, shall we? Let's just do that again. You can play with the Sandscour Greatbow in if you load your deck up using the Fabrary website. They do have the Sandscour Greatbow in their website, so you can import that to Talishar and play with the Sandscour. But I haven't actually made a decent deck with it yet, so we'll just play with this original list. Gag playing Azalea. But yeah. So we'll see if another game comes in. But yeah, double three-of-a-kind blunder. What a joke. What an absolute joke that was. I still managed to come through the other end, luckily. Azalea again. Is it the same person? Or not? Don't need the flexes. Is it the same person? Tengen in the chat. Oh, no. No, Tengen just joined the Discord. Oh, hello. Hello. Did you just join the Discord? I think he did. Or they did. I think they just joined the Discord. So, that's cool. Sweet. Lovely. Cool. Right then. So we're just gonna start with that. I think go first. I don't know whether you should go first. You probably should. See if you can get some dominate damage through, I guess, and maybe affect their next turn, affect their crackback. Okay. Right. So I guess we're just gonna enlighten strike and tuck the red in the ledger. E-strike for 7. Let's go. Yeah, so Tengen just joined the Discord, and Grand Engen, you're saying he took my idea. We're just about to hop on and play. Oh well, you have to be quicker next time, Grand Engen. So they're taking 4 damage here, or they're going to sink, or they're going to take cover. There we go. So this is Azalea. Interesting to note, they're playing with New Horizon and Dreadball. So that's an interesting situation. Dreadball could be an issue with this deck because there's quite a few D-reacts in there. So we'll see how that works out. So coming in with the release attention, can't be played from Arsenal either. So this is interesting. This is the sort of build I used to play. Very, very go tall, no defense reactions at all situation. This is quite interesting. Activate Dreadball. Cool. Nice. 11. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. 1 action next turn as well. So that's pretty good. So Azalea, mirror match, Dreadball, probably the way to go. So 11, there's nothing I could do about that really. Because I can't play any defense reactions from Arsenal either. So the only action I'm going to be able to do next turn is nothing, because I've got something in my arsenal which I can't use. So that's pretty good. So all we can do here really is just take 11. That's pretty much all we can do. We can block 5 of it, but that's 2 high value cards going down the drain, which we could potentially come back with again next turn. So let's just say fuck it and take it. Let's just take 11. Because there's nothing we can do anyway. So we might as well keep the hand we have, and then just pass. Just pass straight back. They're taking an extra turn. That's as simple as that. That's nothing we can do about that really. They've got Fate for Seed in their arsenal. Okay. Remorseless coming in now for defense reactions. Can't be played from Arsenal either again. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is an Azalea hunter, this deck. So maybe they joined the Discord and then joined the stream just to kick my ass with an Azalea tech. Which is fair enough. So 6 if it hits. Every action's cost me life next turn. Can't defend with the card from my arsenal, which I guess is fair enough. So we will just pass. We'll take the damage again. We'll take it again. See what happens. Razor Reflex. Interesting. Interesting. You love to see it. You love to see it. A weird Azalea deck. There's nothing in the... Yeah, that's fine. Cool. All right. So they got a Fateful Scene in their arsenal. So let's just flip this up. Rapid Fire. Let's put that to the bottom. It's pretty useless. Then we will just pass again, I guess. This is an absolute nightmare. So Dreadbore is making this card useless. Let's just activate Azalea, see what happens. Hamstring shot. Okay, we'll go with it. We will go with it. Let's just get this Memorial Ground out of... Let's put this red ledger, putting this ledger away. Coming in with 7 Dominate. If it hits, their first attack costs 1 extra. Blocking with that. That's fair enough. Pass. Fateful Scene, the rest. Fair enough. Pass. And then we can just put this Fateful Scene in the arsenal again. I mean, 10 game could even be... The person who I'm playing could even be watching the stream and just, you know, just knowing my every move. That could be what they're doing. Who knows? But yeah, this seems like a good idea to play against other Azalea players with a sort of get past D-reacts, because that's what... I think Azalea does rely on D-reacts quite a lot. So we'll see. So 4 go again. If it hits, reload. I'm not going to let that hit, I don't think. Remorseless can stay on top. Pass. Knock the death whistle. Endless arrow. 4 dominate. Okay, so what are we doing next turn? We don't want them. We don't want them to have the card advantage, do we? So let's just chuck in. Let's just chuck away this and this. Let's chuck that away. We're not letting them have the. Not letting them have the thing. I don't know why I chucked the skull bone and the perch underneath that. This is just, yeah. This is a funny game. This is a funny game. Right, so we're going to activate... We can't activate Death Dealer. We need to activate Tri-Shot. So play Tri-Shot. Pitching Memorial Ground. So we can activate our bow lots of times. Choose cards from discard. What? What have I done? Pass. I don't... Right, so I can play my... I can play my bow 3 times. Right, okay, fine. Then we're going to play 3 of a kind. We used a tunic trigger for that, I think. Draw 3. Okay, cool. Now we can activate Death Dealer. Put Remorseless into the arsenal, draw a card. Oh no, need to undo that. Whoopsie. Undo. So activate Death Dealer. Pitch the Memorial Ground. Put red and legend into the arsenal, draw a card. Then we will... Doesn't have go again. So I guess that's a bit of a shame. And then we'll just fire this. No, we'll pass after that. Oh, for goodness sake. All over the place at the moment with this one. Don't know what I'm doing. Oh well, at least they're having fun. That's all that matters. At least they're having fun. But yeah, Dreadbore is a nice little one. Did you mean to pass? Did you mean to pass? Oh, actually, they're being nice about it. They're saying, did you mean to pass? How do we go back then? So we go back to start of the previous last turn. There we go. There we go. I've reverted it. Right. So we're going to play Tri-Shot. So we can activate our bow multiple times. Then we're going to use the tunic trigger to play 3 of a kind. Draw 3 cards. Then we're going to activate Death Dealer. Pitch to Memorial Ground, put red and ledger into the arsenal, draw a card. Then we're going to... we can't play cards from hand. That's fine. That's why we couldn't do the thing. That's why I got confused. Okay, so 5. There we go. Blocking. Then we're going to arsenal the Sikkim Shot. Each strike for 5. Draw a card. So you maintain the card advantage here, which is quite good. Well, they're maintaining the same cards anyway, is what I meant to say. So that's going to have go again. So 5. So if we just pass, they're going to draw a card anyway. So you might as well just take 1. Just fate foreseen it. See what's on top. Read the glide path. That can go to the bottom. Haven't done any damage to them yet at all. Nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. So then we're going to... might as well play 3 of a kind with this and then see what we draw. And then because we can still activate... Yeah, let's just play 3 of a kind. Pitch, Enlightened Strike. Draw 3 cards. So then we're going to play this. Pitching Remorseless. Sorry about taking up all of your chat. I feel weird having most of it be me. No, it's fine. We don't have many viewers today anyway, so that doesn't matter at all. It's quite an impromptu stream. Normally it's Tuesdays and Thursdays where I play on the stream, but today I'm just playing randomly, so nobody knows about it really, to be honest. And it's in the middle of the day, so it's a bit of a weird time for UK people. So it's fine. So then we're going to activate Death Dealer. We will pitch the Rapid Fire. Load in Remorseless, draw a card. And fire the Remorseless away for 5. But yeah, at this point they've got a massive life disparity. They had a massive turn to begin with. The 11 red in the ledger was just absolutely ridiculous. Then I threw my equipment away under the bus for no reason. So just all over the place today. But who cares? So this can go on the bottom, and this can go on the bottom. I will add the take aim to the arsenal, and then he's activating Azalea, Enlightened Strike into the arse, coming in. So he's using Dreadbore to putting another card into the arsenal. Okay, fair enough. So we got 5. Can't use the take cover. So if we just block with the Rabble and the Endless Arrow for 5, pass. Then the Enlightening Strikes want to come in for what, 7? Is it coming in for 7? 5, draw a card. Okay. 5, draw cards. They're going to have card advantage. I can block with the take cover though, so I can do that. So I'm just going to do that, I think. Taking 1. Very, very rubbish defensive turn here. So we're just going to put the red in the ledger back on top, just so they know what's coming. But yeah, Seek and Destroy, 3 of a kind, Dreadbore, Bolt and Shot for 7, go again. That's pretty good. Taking 1. They're going to reload a card off of this. And then coming in for 4 Dominate. Okay, we'll have to take that, I guess. We do have a Tunic trigger on this turn. So I guess we can load in the red in the ledger, use the Tunic trigger, and then Rain raises it. That's pretty much all we can really do. So coming in for 5 Dominate. So that hit them. So they can only play one action this turn. Sleep Dart from the arsenal. Okay. Pass. They've got a Razor Reflex on this. Interesting deck. Very interesting. Using Razor Reflexes and all this sort of stuff to get damage through. Very interesting. It's very, very good against other Azaleas. Very, very good against other Azaleas. Right, so we're going to activate the Bullseye Bracers. Might as well, because we're losing. Put this into there with +1, and then shoot this using... what should we use for that, though? So if we use... yeah, we can't do both, so we have to just pitch the Seek and Destroy, I guess. So 5 go again. Not much else, unfortunately. Just go for the power. It's an interesting interaction with New Horizon and Azalea's ability here, which hasn't been maybe discussed or even figured out at this point, is that obviously you put stuff face up into your arsenal with Azalea, which then gives you the extra slot with New Horizon. So that's quite an interesting piece of tech from this person here. So it'll be interesting to get them in the Azalea Cult Discord and chat away. So that's quite an interesting piece of knowledge. So we're going to chuck the Tunic away because we're probably not going to get to 3 counters now. So we'll just chuck that away now. Rain Razors over the top for 2 extra damage. The reload trigger, Razor Reflex. Nice. Cool. That was interesting. Yeah, that was an interesting deck. I've never seen anything like that before with Azalea, so that's quite interesting. Whoops. So yeah, that was quite cool. So using the Azalea's ability to activate to put stuff face up into your arsenal, which then turns on the New Horizon, which gives you an extra arsenal zone, which is quite interesting. So yeah, with Dreadbore as well, there was nothing I could really do because obviously this Azalea deck runs on a lot of D-reacts. For the defensive capability, so Dreadbore against Azalea decks as it stands at the moment is probably the better idea. So yeah, that's decent. Obviously, Dreadbore as well. Once you load something in face up, that activates New Horizon to give you an extra arsenal zone. So yeah, interesting deck, and one we can see. I think the Cult will probably experiment with something like that going forward. But yeah, Dreadbore's good to see. I think it still is my favourite bow thematically. So I do love to see other people playing the Dreadbore. But that was an interesting build, that one that I just played against there. So definitely an Azalea killer. That would probably be the Azalea mirror match one you choose. But yeah, Ricardo, that was you. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, well done. It was a good, interesting deck. Something we haven't really seen before. So yeah, thanks for sharing that with us. That was interesting. Couldn't really do much against Dreadbore. I had a lot of defense reacts clogged in my hand, clogged in the arsenal because obviously you use the release attentions and stuff. So yeah, it was very interesting, and it's something I used to play with myself. Was just going very, very tall with Dreadbore and not allowing any interaction in the form of defense reactions, because obviously those are the most valuable defensive cards you can have. Really, are the defense reactions. So if you're eliminating that entirely through the use of Dreadbore and released attention, you are creating a lot of value for yourself, especially with the on-hit effects of the arrows that we have. So yeah, works quite well. Definitely works well against another Azalea player, that's for sure. And hitting me with that 11 dominated Red in the Ledger, where I couldn't defend with any reactions at all. That was crucial. That was very, very good. So yeah, look forward to seeing more of that, and make sure you share that in the Discord as well, because that's a cool deck. But yeah, anyway, we're going to play maybe one more game, and then and we'll go from there. So we've had 3 games today. And so, but 2 of those were very, very fast. Obviously, Briar just literally just handed our ass to us on a plate. We then had the Azalea mirror, which went down to the wire, very, very, went down to the wire there. And then we had another Azalea mirror just then, where we played against Tengen, who's now in the Discord, who beat us very, very quickly with an interesting Azalea list. So we're probably going to play one more game. And then we're gonna call it for today's stream. So yeah, it was very, very impromptu. Wasn't really planned or anything. So thanks for everybody who's joined in now or in the future if you ever watch this back. But there has been some questionable plays on today's stream from my regard. So yeah, but that's fine. These things happen. You can't be perfect all the time. And sometimes, again, as we know with Azalea, you do get absolutely rinsed sometimes as well, because you just don't fire. But let's go. Let's play another game before we go. GoAgainGaming, thanks for joining. I'm off for the morning. See ya. Have a good one. Yeah, have a good one as well. Hope you have a nice day. And we'll speak to you very, very soon in the Discord, I'm sure. And thanks for being a patron as well, GoAgainGaming. As you can see as well, GoAgainGaming's logo or sort of graphic of choice is in the background as well. There he is there, the G on the wall. So yeah, if you're a patron of the channel, you get like a little graphic in the background here. So as you can see, I'm surrounded by different graphics from different patrons. So yeah, if you're a patron of the channel, please consider doing so. Anyway, so we're going to go straight back to this. Going to play one more game and see how it goes. So Gag playing Azalea with that deck again. So we'll see how it goes. See how it goes, baby. Rusted Relics can come out, so I'm probably not going to be playing. Well, I might play a Wizard, who knows, but Flex is for Dromai, don't need that. And that's pretty much it, I think, for now. Or should we play our stupid February Sandscour list? No, let's just play this. We'll see what happens. We might not even get someone play yet. We'll see. We will see. Cool. So I'm just checking a few things. But yeah, we'll see what happens on the next game. This will be the last one we do, I expect. We might have time just to... Let's just leave. Let's do my stupid list, shall we? February. Let's see what we do. Let's do this one. Let's use the Sandscar Greatbow. Let's just go pure red line, see what happens. Let's just go with that. Sod it. Gag Azalea. Let's go. Playing the Sandscar Greatbow. Sod it, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Probably going to be hot garbage, but we'll see. Because when I was playing in Blitz on the Red Zone Rogue stream, which happened on Saturday, the list that I put together was actually quite good. And the Sandscar Greatbow did enable a few things. But I think... Have I got yellow Bolton shots in here? No, I don't have yellow Bolton shots in here. I should have. but I don't. Never mind. But yeah, if you go and watch that stream, if you watch that stream back, it was Briar again. Really? We'll see. This is going to be a steamroller situation. Sandscour, let's go. Yeah, well, I'm playing against Briar, so it's going to be an absolute steamroll situation. Fatigue shots not worth doing against Briar. But yeah, this is going to be a quick game. This is going to be a very, very quick game because Briar is just ridiculously quick. I played Briar about an hour ago. The first game we played was against Briar, and it was just you just can't race them. You just can't race them. They're too fast. They're too fast. Their damage output is too high. So it's pretty mad what they can do. So let's just, if we try and force a Red in the Ledger through on the first turn, maybe that's probably the best thing to do. So we can do that. We can dominate a Red in the Ledger, which will force them to use probably two block here, maybe one block there because it's battle worn, and then maybe a card from hand. So I guess we're just going to do that. Let's just go get Red in the Ledger, reload the 3 of a kind, activate Azalea, and then just Red in the Ledger them, pitching the Snatch. So coming in for 5 dominate, and obviously they're going to want to block this because they just cowabunga their whole hand every turn. So we'll see what happens. Probably going to chuck in some armor in front of this, I expect. Depends what their hand's like as well, I guess. They could just take. But I don't think Briars want to take Red in the Ledgers though. They just don't. Okay, they quit. What on earth happened there? They was just like Red in the Ledger. Nah, CBA. Opponent has disconnected. All right, there we go then. Auto win. I'll take that. That's funny. What on earth just happened? What on earth just happened? I was like dominated Red in the Ledger. What are you going to do? Shit. That was funny. That was funny. Why did they just quit? Maybe they had to go. Maybe they just couldn't play. We'll try one more. Even though this list is garbage. No, we'll change the list very, very quickly. We'll change it very, very quickly. So, or do we just leave it? The problem is with Azalea, right? She doesn't have go again. That's the issue. She doesn't have go again at all. The only go again enablers, go wide enablers are Bolt and Shot and Ravenous Rabble, and obviously Sick'em Shot as well. So this list does honestly need to change. It's just I just chuck some cards together for it really. So it does need to change. But let's just go for it again. Is there much buffs in here either? Read the glide path, take aim, seek and destroy. That's pretty much it. So I honestly just don't know what this deck is trying to do. But hey ho, that's what you can come to expect from GoAgainGaming. But yeah, we'll do one more time. Do one more time. I don't know what happened there with the Briar. Maybe they was just like nah, CBA. But we'll see what happens. Let's see if they come back. Maybe it was just they had to go, or their internet cut out or something. We'll soon find out if they come back. If there's another Briar there, I'm sure they'll come back. But yeah, I think the Sandscour Great Bow list needs to have more yellows because I think the aim counters are gonna. I'll go with Viscerai. I think the aim counters are going to be the stuff that allows us to run more yellows because the aim counters are going to give us more value as time goes on. So what do we want to use? Battering Bolt. Do we want to use that in this? Probably will use that still. Arena's Prayers have come out and everything else, so I think that's probably it, to be honest. We've got Arcane Barrier 2, so we can still protect ourselves against Rune Chance, although there's not much blue in this list, so that's probably going to be the downfall. So we'll see what happens. We've got no arrows in hand, which is a great start, I guess. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, baby. Shijidi is saying, so what are aim counters? Are they 1? So Shijidi is asking, so what are the aim counters? I'm just saying, we have no idea right now. I'm just playing with the new bow for lols. And he's saying, oh, I gotcha. Okay. So just reading the runes on his first turn and passing to me. That's fine. So we have no arrows in hand right now. So this is a bit of an issue. So I think we just play Three of a Kind and try and dig for an arrow. So we are going to do that. We are going to play Three of a Kind. Actually, no, cancel. We are going to play Seek and Destroy first. Then we're going to play Seek and Destroy again. Then we're going to play Three of a Kind. Pitch this. No arrows. Great. So this is where Sandscar Greatbow can potentially save us. We can play it. We can pitch Rapid Fire. Cadaverous Contraband on top. Brilliant. Excellent. Just what we need. Epic start. Epic start. Whiff on a Three of a Kind. Three of a Kind has fucked my ass multiple times today. So we're probably not going to be we're probably just going to be taking the arcane damage, aren't we? At this point, no. 4 go again, so that's going to be a Rosetta afterwards, isn't it? It's going to be a Rosetta because he played Morver Skies. So that's 2 and 2. Our next turn is just pretty garbage. We'll just take it. We'll just take the damage. Command and Conquer with 5 rune chants going off. Wow. Wowee! I'm taking an absolute pummeling. That's funny. Absolutely hilarious. 6 destroys my arsenal. There's nothing I can do on my next turn either, apart from play a Cadaverous Contraband for 6. Man. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. That's funny. That is funny. So I can block 5 and then, well, 4. And then take 2. And my arsenal will be destroyed. I guess that's what we're going to be doing. Oh, funny. No wonder I get no viewers. Great gameplay. So we're going to just... what do we've wasted 2 Seek and Destroys already. Let's just get this Memorial Ground out of our arse. Get the Cadaverous back on top. And then that is it, really. That is funny. Pass. Oh, dear. Funny game. Funny game. Rune Blades, eh? Just so much damage so quickly. But that Three of a Kind whiff was mental. I've whiffed 3 times today on Three of a Kind. 3 of a Kind, 3 of a whiff should be called. 3 of a whiff. 3 of a whiff. And then this... I just don't have any blues in the deck, so I just can't really prevent any arcane damage at all in this list. This list is just fucking shit. It really is. Don't know what I was thinking. Let's just see if we can threaten anything here. Probably not. Rosetta for 2 and 2. Rosetta for 2 and 2. No. 2 and 2. 2 and 2. So we're not going to block that. We can block the 2, so you might as well just chuck this in front of it. Why not? Block for 2. Fine. Okay. Right, so let's activate Tunic. Look at the top. Fate Foreseen on top. Okay. And then we're going to load in the hamstring shot. And then we'll just fire this off, shall we? Pitching Sleep Dart. So 5, if it hits, the next action costs 1 extra. The next attack, first attack, costs 1 extra. Not threatening any interactivity right now with this deck. Oh, okay, they're chucking their whole equipment suite under it. Yeah, because they can, why not? Battle Worn, Blade Break, Battle Worn, yeah, why not? Draw 5 cards because they've got one in the arsenal. Yeah. Cool. Lovely old job. So we've got a Fate Foreseen and loads of red cards. So we can crack back with 11. We can shoot 11. Hurt me, homie. So he just said, hurt me, homie. Hurt me, homie. He wants me to hit him. That's interesting. So let's pass. That's just Fate Foreseen. Do you want a salvage shot on top? Yeah, leave it on top. Pass. And then coming in for a load of rune chants. It's a fun time nonetheless. So 0. 0. So I'm now playing a Blitz hero instead. And they're coming in for 4 with Go Again, which will be a Rosetta after this. So 2 and 2. I guess that's it really. Sod it. 2 and 2. 0. 0. 2. Yep. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. So we got what have we got on top? I can't remember what we had on top now. What did we have on top? What did we have on top? So salvage shot. Okay, keep that on top. Activate Azalea. Give that there. Take aim. And then shoot this. Morvern Skies. Spellblade Assault. Okay, 2. Go again. Block the Ravenous Rabble. Sod it. Pass. Rune Chance coming in. 0. 0. 0. 6. Okay. So a block for this. Pass. Top. Okay, I guess so. I guess so. We can't play it though because we can't. Don't have the resources for it. So all we have to do is Arsenal pass. We don't have the resources to play it, so we're just going to pass. But yeah, we're getting absolutely battered. We haven't had a very good day against Rune Blades today. They're just so much damage output. Nothing we can really do about it, which is a bit of a shame. But hey ho. So we're going to block for 2 and chuck this away as well. But yeah, not much we can really do, unfortunately. It's been a bad day for us against Rune Blades. Prevent arcane damage. Do you want to prevent arcane damage? No. Not one, anyway. CNC! CNC! What do we want to do? Do well, it's lethal, anyway, so I guess we just throw it away. Pass. Cool. Lovely old job. End the tarot. That can go to the top. Activate Azalea. Sod it. Activate Azalea. Come in for 7. Dominate. Pass. Goes to the arsenal. Put that into my arse. Yeah, so this deck's quite red heavy. That's the problem, isn't it? Mordred Tide turn, so it's going to be a load of rune chants coming in at me here. Sonata. But it's just the same old lines, isn't it, with Rune Blade? It's just so much damage. Go again, multiple forms of damage. Just hard to really do anything, unfortunately. So yeah, we're going to pitch 2. Pitch this. Still got 2 rune chants, so I can basically pitch another card to prevent the rune chants, but prevent 1, pass. Prevent 1, yeah, we'll chuck away the fatigue shot. And then this is coming in for 4, so we'll block with the hamstring and the red in the ledger. And then they Rosetta me for a load of damage after that as well. Oh, they passed. Yeah, the Spellblade doesn't have go again, does it? No. Okay, cool. Pass. Bottom. Come in for 4. If it hits, back to the hand. But I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be any. I don't think there's going to be any way out of this because we just don't run enough blues. We got another knock. I mean, that could help, but again, they got 5 rune chants on field now, so that's probably just going to be the end of the game, to be honest. I did come into it a little bit, but it's just, at the moment, it's just too much. Too much damage sources. This deck is very red line heavy, so it just doesn't do well against, multiple rune chants. Which is a bit of a shame, but hey-ho. The endless arrow is still there, though, so I guess we could still block for 2 physically over here. Still block for 2 physically over here. Pitch this to prevent 3 rune chants. Five non-attack actions. Whee! Unlucky. 5 non-attack actions. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? 3 of a kind. Do we want that? Nah. So let's read the glide path. Command and conquer. No. So let's just play knock. Pass. Go get red in the ledger. Activate Azalea. Give red in the ledger dominate. Fire it off. Pitching sleep dart. 8 dominate. What are you going to do? There's still 5 rune chants over there, so that's probably going to be the issue, is trying to sort of survive against those, really. And we got loads of reds in hand, so coming in for a load of damage now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't think I could do anything about this. So 1, so 0, pass, 0. Pass, 0, pass, 0, pass, 0, pass, pass, 9. So block with snatch, pass, take cover, pass, take cover, pass. Block 10. Lovely old job. Memorial Ground. Put red in the ledger back on top. Activate Azalea, give it dominate again. 5 dominate again. 1 action on your next turn if you can't block. So still making them sweat a little bit towards the end here, but I'm still pretty much dead at this point. Still 1 card to block from hand. Still got a fairly defensive hand. We're going to prevent pitch to rain razors. Still got 1 floating, coming in for 2. We're going to block with... what do we want to block with? Tunic and Skull Wrap, I think, at this point. Yeah. Pitch the Sink Below. If it hits, goes back into my arse. No, they're on 5 life. I think we've done well to get them to this point, but I think they're just going to outrace us now, unfortunately. Morvern Skies, here we go. 4 go again. And then the crackback is going to be 3 arcane. So yeah, we're going to die here, unfortunately. We die to the arcane at the end. Cool. There we go. Yeah, we had a bit of a respite where they whiffed on their Sonata Arcanics, but yeah, the Sandscour just didn't really do much in that game at all, to be honest. Once we figure out what aim counters do, maybe there is a strategy to be had with those, and that was a garbage list. So the fact I lasted as long as I did was a surprise. But yeah, unfortunately, that was that. Cool. So made him sweat towards the end a little bit there, but hey ho. How many aim counters did you make? Only a few. Wasn't really leaning into it. I think with regards to the Sandscour Great Bow, I think there will be a new build for the Sandscar Great Bow, which will lean heavily into the aim counters. I think it's just going to be another way for Ranger players or Azalea players to play Azalea with the aim counters, with the putting things into the arsenal face up and getting those aim counter values. I think there's going to be a new way to play. I think it's going to be more yellow based, where you can pitch to the Sandscour, still have 1 left, which then allows you to fire a bow either from the top of your deck into your arsenal or your hand into your arsenal with 1 floating. I think it's going to be more yellow based. I could be wrong, but yeah, I do like it. But again, we can't really evaluate it too much without knowing what the aim counters are. But I created a few aim counters, but I don't know what they do, obviously. So we'll play one more. We'll play one more game with the original list that we have, and see if we get anyone else in, and then that's it, I think. Play one more game, and then we'll go, I think. Play one more game, and then we're gonna call it a day, I think. Bit of a rough day for us today. The first Briar absolutely steamrolled us. Then we played an Azalea Mirror, which we won. Which went right down to the wire. Then we played a... what did we play after that? I can't remember what we played after that. I can't remember for the life of me what we played after that. But then we played another Azalea Mirror with a new member for the Discord, Tengen, who absolutely rinsed me with an interesting Azalea list, which obviously we'll delve into maybe in the future, using her in a different way entirely. Then we had a Briar which conceded the game when they saw a dominated Red and Ledger coming at them turn 1. And then we just played a Viserai, which was quite sweaty, but yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so we're playing an Icelander. We want to keep all of our blues in. We want to keep the Rusted Relics in. The take covers we'll probably just keep in there anyway, just in case they come at us with something. But I think that's pretty much all we can do here. Won't use the Null Rune, I don't think, or shall we? We probably should. Yeah, we'll use Null Rune as well. Oh, it's GoAgainGaming. Okay, lovely old job. So we got an Azalea Cult and a patron playing against us now in GoAgainGaming. So thank you very much for joining. He's playing Icelander. So yeah, that sounds good. No probs. So GoAgainGaming here is saying that they left the stream because they didn't want to cheat. So that's fair enough. So obviously, if one of the opponents is watching the stream, they'll be able to know what my mindset is and what I'm doing and what I plan to do and all this sort of stuff. So fair play for them for leaving the stream, because yeah, that would be cheating. You're correct. But player 2 will go first. Okay, cool. So we will play with Null Rune. Sod it. Yeah. See what happens. So Icelander is very, very popular right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what I can do against this. Previous iterations of this list that ran more blues and stuff was able to hold it at bay for a while, but I don't know what this new iteration will be like. We'll see. So let me just change over to live stream screen here. Goblin Reserve, sexy boy. Hello, Hank. How are you going? How's it going? Or wifey, depending on, it could be both of you watching this right now, but I can't wait to see you at Worlds. It's going to be a fun time. Where are you staying as well, by the way? Where are you staying in San Jose for the weekend? And is it close to the venue or? Okay, so playing an Amulet of Ice. Go again. End turn. Okay, fine. No probs. Waning Moon. Oh, they haven't done that yet. No. Okay, fine. Right, so we want to... Should we just try and dominate something through? Maybe a Sleep Dart. Try and dominate a Sleep Dart through? Yeah, I think so. So not with Death Whistle. Let's go get Sleep Dart, which turns off their hero ability. Not sure if that really matters on... okay, so Channel Lake Frigid. Okay, cool. Fine. Pass. So I get a Frostbite. And then, so what do I want to go get now? So card's going to cost me 2 extra. So I can still play the card. If I reload in a... So let's just go with a Sleep Dart, I think. Let's go with a Sleep Dart, put that on top. Reload in the Remorseless. And then I think we just fire this off instead, because if we activate Azalea, that's going to cost us... Cards and activated abilities cost additional 1. So that's going to cost us 2 to do that. And then it's going to cost us 2 to fire the actual thing. So yeah, I think we're just going to fire this away at them now, I think. Yeah, let's do this. So it's going to cost 2. So we're going to pitch the Rain Razors to come in with a... Well, it costs us 3 because of the Frostbite. Okay, fine. Yeah, so Remorseless just coming in here for 5. If it hits, every action is going to cost them 1 next turn at 1 life. So just taking it. By the looks of it, sink below. So taking 1 from this so far. Taking 1. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Cool. Coronet Peak. What, the end of my turn, or is it their turn? No, it's their turn, isn't it? Pay unless I pay 1. Okay. Fine. So yeah, I'll pay 1. Pitch the Battering Bolt to it. My go. What, the end? Yeah, my go. Okay, so it costs 2. So if I pitch to Death Dealer, load in Sleep Dart, I should be able to fire it still, right? So I'm going to have 3. That's going to cost me... So that's going to cost me 2 to play. So I'm going to have 1 left, so I can then use the Seek and Destroy to power the Sleep Dart. So I guess that works. So activate Death Dealer, pitch Knock. Got 1 left. Unless they now interact at this stage... by giving me a Frostbite or something. That's so load this in, draw a card, okay, and this will now cost us 1. So we play this, pitching the Seek and Destroy. So coming in for 5, Sleep Dart, turn off their abilities. Cold Snap, what does this do? Freeze Arsenal or ally they control. That doesn't matter. Waning Moon. So do I want to? I'll prevent one by pitching this Enlightened Strike. So I'll take 2 from this. We are stoked to see you all. We have an Airbnb 6-minute walk for less than a mile. Last stream of Red Zone Rogue was punishing. Yeah, it was. Pure pun-ishing. Lovely old job. But yeah, it's going to be a really good, really fun time. They're blocking with their entire hand here. Okay, there we are. They definitely want their ability to be playable, don't they? So we're going to put Knock Death Whistle on the bottom, then Enlightened Strike, then so you can destroy. Very red heavy hand here, so not really much we can do about this. It's a bit of a shame. So do I want to pay 2 to avoid discarding a card? No, I'll just discard a card. I will discard the Sikkim Shot. That's not going to be of much value in this matchup, I don't think. And then Encase is coming in for 3, so we will prevent this by pitching all of our cards. Because we're not going to be able to play them anyway, because Channel Lake is still out, so why not? Then they're probably going to Waning Moon me. Oh no, they're not. Okay. Cool, so we're just going to pass. And now they're going to Waning Moon me, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. 0. Take 3. Get a Frostbite. Okay. They are on the play. They are on the play. 35 each at the moment. 35 each. What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Brain Freeze and Waning Moon. Okay, what does this do? If Brain Freeze... on top of their deck. Okay. So Waning Moon, first of all. Let's play 2. And let's put... use this and use this to pay for it. And then they reveal by hand and nothing goes on top because they're both 1 cost. Okay, so Channel Lake Frigid is now gone, so we can use the Tunic. See what they do. Channel Lake Frigid, again. Okay, fine. Okay, so now we just have to play defensively. So we're going to pass. Just going to pass with the 1 floating. If they then Waning Moon us, we can just still prevent some of the damage. We'll add the Remorses to the arsenal and pass. Just need to get through the Channel Lake Frigid again. So we're going to pass. We're going to pay 1. Yes, we'll pitch the Memorial Ground and have 1 left, just in case they Waning Moon us again. No, fine. So everything's going to cost 2 extra. So we could just 1 extra. Sorry, so we could just Enlightened Strike for 7, tucking the 3 of a kind, pitching the Snatch. Yeah. Come in for 7, Enlightened Strike. Coming in for 7, baby. We haven't got any defense here, though, which is the issue, so we're probably going to take some damage on the crackback through the instant shenanigans, but sod it. Frost Hex. So we're going to take 1 after this because of the extra frost damage, the frost bright thingies. And we're coming in for 7 still, which I think is okay. Sorting out, inventorying some cards, trying to get caught up. Yeah. What are you? Yeah. What sorting out what you're taking to Worlds, or just sorting out your collection in general right now, Hank? I've literally only got the 1 deck right now. I've only literally only got Azalea built. I need to build some other ones for Worlds, really. So they're taking 4 damage, and I take 1 because of the Frostbite, Frost Hex thing. They're going to play an Energy Potion out and pass, and then the Channel Lake goes away. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. So we're going to activate the cross wrap. See what we got on top. Their next attack gains dominate, and then loads of waning moon stuff. So we're going to prevent this. So we're going to pitch, pitch, pitch to prevent the damage. And then what's this saying? Your next attack gains dominate. Nah, no thanks. You can have dominate on my turn. That can go to the top. Rusted relic, and then we're just going to fire this. Pitching this. Oh, it costs 1 extra because of the frostbite. Okay, never mind then. Okay, undo. Can't do that. We'll just leave that. We'll just leave that there then. Pass. We'll prevent one, and then we'll put the endless arrow and ravenous rabble, and then the sink below on the bottom. Cool. Ideally, we want to try and get the rusted relic out of our arsenal. We actually want to try and play this out, this rusted relic. Ideally, they don't have an arsenal right now, so they can't do. So they're just going to energy potion, waning moon. For what? How much? 2? Yeah. Okay. We'll play. We'll prevent 2. We'll prevent. Do that and that. Fine. So what do we want to be doing? Just play a rusted relic? Should we just play a rusted relic? Yeah. Just play a rusted relic. Another frost hex. Waning moon coming in for what? 3? No. Waning moon. Coming in for 3. Fine, they can have that. I'll go down to 31 as well. Pass. Pass. Okay, so we've got Rusted Relic out. So we've got AB4 out now, which is good. So it's going to end. Take. Yeah, we'll pitch 1. We'll draw up. We're going to draw up anyway. Okay, cool. Bloody Icelander. 2 frost hexes out. That's a bit of a joke, isn't it? But 2 Channel Lakes have come and gone. That's the main pieces I need to try and get through. Coronet Peak. We will pay the 1. We'll pitch the snatch to it. So we're going to play Take Aim. I'm going to have to go back and see what matchups I've played in this stream, because we've played quite a few matchups. So yeah, now we can play the Remorseless. And we'll pitch the Knock. So we've got 2 floating, just in case they want to Waning Moon us on the end of our turn. So coming in for 8. So taking 2, that's fine, and then we're just going to pass. End turn, Arsenal, the Sikkim Shot. Draw, another Rusted Relic. So this is good. We need to try and get this out, because... So this is going to give us 4. It's going to cost 4. Well, I'm going to come in for 4. Yeah, I'll prevent 3. Let's pitch a Memorial Ground and a Hamstring Shot. 1 floating. Play out another Rusted Relic and just pass. Insidious Chill. Okay, this is another one which is quite hard to get through. Because it played that. So what's it do? Whenever you fuse, I have to discard a card unless I pay 2. Right, okay, fine. Goddamn fucking frost hexes. Okay. Just ended their turn straight away. Okay, so it's back to me again. So they're definitely going to have some sort of shenanigans, aren't they? So let's crack the tunic first and see what they do. So I've got one resource. Here we go. What's this shenanigans going on here then? Icelander gets a frostbite. One arcane damage to any target. Yes, we'll use that. So we'll pitch the Rain Razors to get rid of that. One floating, plus another one floating from Find Our Spring Tunic. So if we play Read the Glide Path to see what's on top. They can't activate their arsenal now because they don't have anything in their arsenal. They can't play at instant speed. Rapid Fire can go to the bottom. Right, okay, cool. So we're going to play Sick'em Shot. 7, go again. So 7 go again, then we can load in the Remorseless with the Seek and Destroy and draw a card to play it. So that's quite good. But they might interact with our turn a little bit more here. So we're coming in with Remorseless for 5 now. So it was just getting a little bit ahead now on the tempo. Rain Razors, take aim. So next turn is very wide. If they don't interact with us, we can go very wide on our turn here. So let's go with Ravenous Rabble. So we get a Frostbite. The Ravenous Rabble is coming in for 4 with Go Again. Okay, cool. Four with Go Again. Blocking for 3. Cool, pass. And then we may as well play the Enlightened Strike, pitching this and tucking this to give it 7 power. Just come in for 7. Just coming in hard and fast right now. And they're using all of their cards to defend on our turn. So again, that is what we need. We need them to start defending with cards, because as soon as we start threatening the life total, that's when their control starts to slip on the game. So we just need to keep going. They've got 2 Insidious Chills out now as well, so it's going to be the fact that we are pushing through damage at this stage is what we need to happen. But if they then get that icy grip back on this game, it's going to be difficult, because they've got two Frost Hexes out and they've got 2 Insidious Chills. So whenever they Ice Fuse, I'm going to have to discard my hand, basically, every time. So I think we're okay right now. But yeah, 7 coming in. Still got a little bit of a life advantage as well, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Blocking with an Ice Eternal, taking 4 unless they sink it or de-react it. No, so taking 4. They're just going to arsenal an ice card in their arsenal. So they're going to interact on our turn here, so we need to be careful as to what we're doing. So if we just pass and try and arsenal something and set up, because I think they're waiting for that. I think they're waiting for their turn to interact here, to play something from their arsenal on our turn. So we're not going to allow them to do that. Another Frost Hex. Another Ice ice thingy. Yep. Okay, so that's going to deal us 3 arcane damage if we don't do anything about it. So they haven't got a card in their arsenal, so they can't interact. So we will now play Take Aim, pitching the hamstring shot. And we'll see what happens now. So we're going to reload this. And then we will flip this face up. That can go to the bottom. And then we'll just fire this at them for 7. If it hits, it goes back to hand. So yeah, we did what we did. We did the sequencing correctly there. We waited for them to do something, and then coming in for another 7 here is quite good. So yeah, again, they're blocking for taking 4 unless they react to that. So they're taking another 4. This goes back to hand. Put it in the arsenal, and we got very, very red heavy hand here. So that's a bit of a issue. So we are going to have to pay 2 to a discarded card. So yeah, I will pay 2. I will pay 2. I'll pay that and that. And we're going to have to pay 2 again. So yes, I might as well pay 2. And then we're going to take 3 here. Well, 4. 0. And then we'll just... So what does Encase do? What does it do? I can't remember. Just fire an endless arrow at them for 4. But they're now going to be able to interact. So I'm going to take a bit of damage now on the frost bite, but still threatening 4 with a card advantage situation. Well, it's not going to be card advantage because they're still going to have the same amount of cards. But are they going to prevent all of the damage here? Yes, they are. Okay. So now they've got card advantage now, which is fine. Can't do anything to... Nothing I can do about that. Okay, right, so if we activate Death Dealer, pitching Rapid Fire, see what they do. Definitely going to play it. They're definitely going to give me 1 Frostbite, aren't they? So I've still got... Okay, Energy Potion, Energy Potion. What's this going to be? Ice Eternal or something? Is it Ice Eternal? Yeah. Okay. Six. They're going to create 3, 9. Might as well pay the 2, but I'm going to take a load of damage now. So I'm going to get a load of Frostbite, and then it's going to do another 6 damage to me. So at the end of my turn, it's going to do another 6 damage. Okay, I don't even understand how that works, to be honest. Oh, okay, yeah, because every single one deals 3 to me. Yeah, right, okay. So Oh, okay, yeah, that's why. So I had six. So I had six frostbites on me, and they 6 times 3 is 24. So that's what no 6 times 3 is 18. So that's why they were doing so much damage to me. Because I had 3 frost hexes out rather than just the one. Right? Okay, I understand. Cool. It was a fun time. Well done. Grand Engen, you're saying, I'm sorry, lol, don't hate me. No, of course not. It's just what happens, isn't it? At this point, you know, if you're an Azalea player, you know how to take losses, I think. I think psychologically, as an Azalea player, you go into every single game thinking, oh, wow, I'm probably going to get beaten. And I think that's why people like to play Azalea, because she's not easy. I think that's why a lot of people do play Azalea, because she is the worst hero. We want to feel good when we make people sweat, or we want to get these intricate lines of play off, and we want to disrupt our opponents to a certain degree. But yeah, again, it takes a certain type of person to play Azalea all the time, and I'm definitely one of those people. Just speaking from my own sort of views and opinions, I do not like to play meta decks. I don't like to play decks that are known to be good. I don't like to play stuff that is basically just, meant to win. I just don't like it. I like to play decks that are underdogs. But that's just me. That's not most people. That is just me. So yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty glad with that last matchup. Getting through 2 Channel Lake Frigids was always hard. That's basically just when that comes up, you're basically just passing your turn and keeping the blues and yellows up to prevent sort of arcane damage that's coming in. That's probably all you can pretty much do with Channel Lakes out, especially with Azalea or with any ranger, really. And then Frost Hexes, again, they just come out during the game and then just kill you off in that one turn at the end. So nothing you can really do against that. It is a hard matchup, that's for sure. But yeah, I was putting some pressure on during the middle of it there, but yeah, couldn't come out the other end of it, unfortunately. But hey ho. If it makes you feel any better, that's the first time I got that off. I'm building my Azalea to take to Armory today. Nice. So will you stop playing Azalea when she becomes meta? She won't become meta, Hank. It's as simple as that. She will not become meta, I don't think. We'll see, but when she does, that'll be a good time, because we'll have a lot of eyes on the channel then, right? Because people love Azalea. But we'll see. Swings and roundabouts. But Azalea has been in a dark hole for a while, and I think the way the game is going, she's more likely to become reprinted as a talented hero before the original Azalea ever gets anywhere. Because if we look at the meta right now, what is it? Oldhim, Icelander, and Briar most of the time, right? So I think there's other ones as well coming through, of course, like Dramai and Fi. But if we look at all of those heroes, what do they all share that's in common? If you can answer that in the chat, let me know. So there's a question for you. The question for the audience that are watching, all of the 6 concurrent viewers in the chat, there's a question for you. What do all of those heroes have in common? What do Oldhim, Dramai, Fi, Icelander, and Briar, what do they all have in common? Let me know. If you know the answer, type it in the chat. What do they all have in common? Based on the last couple of statements and the last thing I just said, if you were listening, there's a clue in there. Absolutely, Goblin Reserve. Yeah, Goblin Reserve, you hit the nail bang on the head. They are all talented heroes. So they are all heroes that have a different sort of card pool attached to them. Azalea is just a fucking ranger. That's all that she is. She's not Lexi. She can't use Voltaire. She can't use ice cards. She can't use lightning cards. The only cards that Azalea can use are ranger cards. Now, you might have the argument saying, well, Bravo can only use Guardian cards. Well, that's Bravo. Bravo has a lot of good cards. Guardian is just better in general. Guardian has a weapon that they can swing over and over and over again to go to fatigue. Ranger, you have to load an arrow into your arsenal to even be able to fire it. So having a card pool that is so limited with the mechanics of Ranger in general is why Azalea struggles, and that's why she is bottom tier all the time. Ranger with no extra card pools is a tough game to play. And playing against all of these meta heroes that not only have access to wizard cards, but always have access to ice cards as well, like Icelander. Playing against Briar, that is a Runeblade that has access to all of the shittery that Runeblade has, plus the earth and the lightning cards. You are in for a tough game every single time. So you do need to have the right psychology to be able to play Azalea. So yeah, but we are getting support, as we know. We have got the Sandscour Great Bow. I mean, it's not very good at the moment because we don't know what the aim counters do. Will the aim counters make Azalea playable? I do not know, because Lexi, let me guess, Lexi again is a talented hero. So what can she do? She can access all of the tools that are coming in Dynasty as well as Azalea. So Lexi's card pool, again, is extended further, whereas Azalea's is just extended a little bit further. So Lexi can use the new Sandscour Great Bow. Does she want to? I don't know. Voltaire is very, very good, but she can still use it. Lexi can still use it. Lexi can still use all of the Ranger cards that are obviously coming in Dynasty. Will there be other specializations? We did see it in Everfest. We saw a lot of Everfest specializations like Ready to Roll and the other sort of specializations that came out. But will we start seeing specializations for the other heroes? Like, do we see more Azalea specializations that then maybe just build on Azalea pools that way? That's one way you can do it. You can extend and expand the card pools for named heroes more if you dip into specializations, whether that's specializations on equipment, specializations on action cards. That is how you expand the pool for certain heroes that is not expanding Lexi's pool as well. That is how you do that. But whether they go down that line, I don't know. But the simple answer is, and the thing that we've seen already, is that heroes that already exist get printed as talented versions, like as we've seen with Bravo. Bravo then suddenly got all of the fucking elements. Is Azalea going to get that same sort of treatment when we go back to Metrics and the Pits? We will see. But again, that's why Azalea is so hard to play. She has a very, very limited card pool, and the mechanics of Ranger inherently cause issues right from the off because you do not have a weapon to use. When there's nothing else to use, you have to then hope that you're drawing a bow. You're looking at the top card of the Sandscour. Hopefully that's a bow. Hopefully that's an arrow. Or you're playing the three of a kind and hoping to draw into an arrow. But even all those hoops that you have to jump through makes Ranger, or the original Ranger Azalea, the hardest hero to play. So that is my spiel on that. Again, I love Azalea. I want to see her succeed, and we have seen her succeed to a certain degree. We had Justin pilot her to success in a skirmish event. That's only been one skirmish event in a massive pool of skirmish events. So yeah, well done to Justin for getting the Living Legend points on the board for that. And we've had the Polish top 8 nationals deck with Pavel, which is obviously on the channel. You can go and watch it on the Azalea cult. Get to the top 8 recently of the Polish nationals with a sort of OTK style deck with Azalea as well. So there's going to be more archetypes, going to be more deck styles and deck building abilities and aim counters. Maybe there's a way that Azalea leans into that, which makes her more competitive. But I think just by design and by what's coming out and what has been rumoured, not rumoured, but it's come out already, like the talented heroes, it looks like we are going down that route more and more as time goes on, as we explore the different regions of Wraith. So I think Azalea will always be always be, or the original Azalea at least, will always be a low tier hero. So I do not think she will ever become a meta hero. So that's pretty much it for today. So thank you very much, everyone who's joined now or in the future. People that have joined the games today as well. It's been a funny day with regards to the results that we've had, but we have seen some cool little matches as well in the meantime, and a funny little interaction as well with that Briar player who just quit after I fired a dominated red in the ledger on turn 1. So we've had a few funny things happen today. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, thank you very much for spending your time with us, and we'll see you hopefully very, very soon on the GoAgainGaming channel again. So thank you very much. Have a great day. That's it, really. Much love, my friend. Thank you very much, God and Reserve. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hope you have a great day. I've said that about 4 times now, but hey ho, Grand Engin, thanks for joining in. Thanks for the hearts, love hearts. But that is pretty much it. So peace out. See you soon.